As early as 1886, in his foundational work Psychopathia Sexualis, Richard Freiherr von Krafft-Ebing, 1840 to 1902, identified what he called age fetishism, a premise that has, since 1986, come to be called chronophilia, and was identified by New Zealand psychologist John William Money, 1921 until 2006, as a form of paraphilia in which an individual experiences sexual attraction limited to individuals of particular age ranges. In turn, paraphilia is the experience of intense sexual arousal to atypical objects, situations, fantasies, behaviors, or individuals. According to the American Psychology Association, publishing in 2008, pedophilia is a psychiatric disorder in which an adult or older adolescent experiences a primary or exclusive sexual attraction to prepubescent children. Although girls typically begin the process of puberty at age 10 or 11, and boys at age 11 or 12, criteria for pedophilia extend the cutoff point for prepubescence to age 13. A person must be at least 16 years old and at least 5 years older than the prepubescent child for the attraction to be diagnosed as pedophilia. Infantophilia is a subtype of pedophilia. It is used to refer to a sexual preference for children under the age of 5, especially infants and toddlers. Hebephilia is defined as individuals with a primary or exclusive sexual interest in 11 to 14-year-old pubescents. Ephophilia is the primary sexual interest in mid to late adolescence, generally ages 15 to 19. In the APA's publication, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, called DSM-5, pedophilic disorder is defined as a paraphilia involving intense and recurrent sexual urges toward and fantasies about prepubescent children that have either been acted upon or which cause the person with the attraction distress or interpersonal difficulty. The APA considers pedophilic disorder a paraphilia, not a sexual orientation. In the United States, following Kansas v. Hendricks in 1997, sex offenders who are diagnosed with certain mental disorders, particularly pedophilia, can be subject to indefinite involuntary commitment. Consumption of child pornography is a more reliable indicator of pedophilia than molesting a child, although some non-pedophiles also view child pornography. Child pornography may be used for a variety of purposes, ranging from private sexual gratification or trading with other collectors to preparing children for sexual abuse as part of the child grooming process. Pedophilic viewers of child pornography are often obsessive about collecting, organizing, categorizing, and labeling their child pornography collection according to age, gender, sex act, and fantasy. According to FBI agent Kenneth V. Lanning, writing in 2010's Child Molesters, a Behavioral Analysis, 5th edition, published by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, collecting pornography does not mean that they merely view pornography, but that they save it and it comes to define, fuel, and validate their most cherished sexual fantasies. Lanning goes on to state that the collection is the single best indicator of what the offender wants to do, but not necessarily of what has or will be done. In 2002, researchers M. Taylor and E. Quayle reported that pedophilic collectors of child pornography are often involved in anonymous internet communities dedicated to extending their collections. As child sexual abuse is not automatically an indicator that its perpetrator is a pedophile, offenders can be separated into two types: preferential and situational. However, estimates for the rate of pedophilia in detected child molesters generally range between 25% and 50%, and a 2006 study found that precisely 35% of its sample of child molesters were pedophilic. Child molesters, pedophilic or not, employ a variety of methods to gain sexual access to children. Some groom their victims into compliance with attention and gifts, while others use threats, alcohol or drugs, or physical force.